Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to Sea Ray's Garage. My name's Corey. Today, we're going to be taking off the front bumper to my 2007 Saab 9.3. I'll be taking it off so I can do a cleanup. I'm also going to see if I can better affix this piece of gutter guard that I have right here to block stuff from coming in. I'm also considering maybe putting some behind the bottom grill down here just to stop rocks from hitting the radiator, at least slow them down. I'm also going to take this opportunity to clean all this up. I'm going to probably pop out these sprayers here. I think I'm going to just pull the fuse. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't see the point. Maybe if I was driving through a blizzard, it would be useful, so I can always pop in the fuse then, but honestly, it just drains your washer fluid really fast. There's a couple tricks, little things you can do. You can engage the sprayer for, I think, under 3 seconds, and it'll just do the windshield, and it won't quite kick these on. But I never found it all that useful. So to start, what I'm going to do is probably pull the fuse, and then at some point I want to pull these and then just put the little caps in. I'm also going to pop this out so that it at least sits flush, or figure out why it's not sitting flush. I'm going to take a look at these side markers here. Occasionally I'll be driving and I'll get out and this will literally just be hanging there. So the clips aren't broken, so I'm going to see if I can't see what's on the other side. So to start, what you're going to need is an 8mm socket. This should be good. You've got, I believe, 3 screws or bolts to take out on each side. So we're going to pop those out. Then the rest of this is held in mostly with clips. Deep hole socket might be kind of pushing it for this, but we're gonna see. Yeah, I'm gonna need a shorter one. There we go. So they're spinning the washer, wondering why it's not coming up. Alright, number 2's out. I also like to take the opportunity when I'm pulling these, if they're rusted, these bolts, I've got a wire wheel on my bench grinder, and I try to clean them up, hit them with a little bit of spray paint. So for something like this, I don't see any problem with it. Some of the more critical pieces that are like for the motor, or bolts for the motor and stuff, obviously some of those you might want to replace, especially anything having to do with your suspension, just because those may become weak, and those are more structural than something like this. So is also going to give me a great opportunity to clean up a lot of the stuff that I wasn't being able to get access to. Like the supercharger, there's a pipe that I believe the map sensor is plugged into. I wanted to get cleaned up. There's a few other things that I'm going to be able to get access to, which will be nice. Where's my other... Maybe, I think this side only has 2 bolts instead of 3. I don't know why that would be unless one's missing. I might have to take these lower ones off too. I'll let you know once I get to that far. Alright. I'm not sure. There's probably some under in the bottom too I better look out for. So let's take a look under here. Get some coffee on me. There's one there. You see the connector down here? That stays. Not sure if I have to take the rest of this off. Oh, sorry for hitting the camera. Let's see. Let's pop these out up here. Just got to push in on the center of these and then just pry them up. They should just pop right out. That push on the middle. They pop right out, easy peasy. Oh, that one broke, or at least fell apart. So I'm going to have to find the rest of that. Hopefully it's not broke, because I was already missing one. See if this will pop out, which it does. Alright, so that's kind of free. Is there a trick to getting this out? Alright, let's look down here again. I'm gonna have to. There's some zip ties in here. I'm gonna have to pull. are pretty rusted. Let's see how it's looking now. Alright, so I think we're doing a little bit better now. Okay. Getting loose. There we go. One side's free. Now, let's set a little piece of cardboard down here so that at least if it drops, I don't scratch it or mess it all up. So you can see, once I pull this off, I'm going to show you how dirty this is. We've also got a little connector in here. We got to make sure it doesn't get ripped off or tore up. Then I'm going to bring Elle in here so you can see this too. Alright. So I'm going to need, so far we've used an 8mm socket, but I'm going to need a flat tip screwdriver and I'll show you why. Preferably something long will do. So let me get you in here so you can see this. So down in here, oops, playing with my locks. Okay, get this light positioned in here. Alright, so down in there, where that little burgundy connector is, I gotta pop that off real quick. So let's see if I can get the camera positioned some kind of way to be helpful. Maybe not. Might just have to do this. All right. What's the easiest way to get in there? You can see where some stuff should have been hooked up, but it doesn't look like it was. I'll try to get that all buttoned up too while I'm in here. I just gotta figure out what's gonna be the easiest way to. Ooh, I definitely don't want to break it. I think I need a smaller screwdriver. A little short one. Alright, so I think something like this. I got some real small screwdrivers. I think that'll work a little bit better. So I can actually get in there and pop this open. There's usually a little like spot where I can get a screwdriver in, but they just don't give you any room. Wow, this is really on there. And I know that this pops out somehow. Just haven't quite figured out. Oh, okay. I think I'm figuring it out now. I'm worried that I'm going to end up breaking this. I could just get it out. So I'm able to get in there with the screwdriver, but it's just not popping off yet. So I'm getting closer. one side. We got one side. Finally. Oh, yes. Victory! Sorry, it took forever, but it was something else trying to get this little connector off. That little maroon connector back there. See it? It's finally unplugged. Alright, so now that we've got that, so that is disconnected. Now I gotta figure out how there we go. So on this connector, oh, that's funny. I had lost this piece of Brillo pad. Thought it was gone forever. So I probably could swing this way. I don't know that if I unplug the line, it shouldn't just drain out, I wouldn't think. Let's see. We're gonna unplug the washer line so I can pull this off. Pair pliers. Okay. Once I take this off, it should free up the pole bumper. These damn clips are such garbage. Very close to freeing up this bad boy. Apologize for the sniffling. It's cold. It is cold in here. Alright, I think I'm there. I think I'm there. think this is gonna leak, so just be prepared. Gonna make a mess. Grab a glove, a rubber band. You should be able to just wrap it around the end of it. So it might leak a little bit, but shouldn't make too much of a mess. Just want to back off this clamp a little bit more. There we go. Now I'm just taking the pliers and holding onto the hose and just kind of turn it a little bit to break the seal, so I can slowly work it off. Doesn't seem to want to budge though. Zip tie in here. It's probably causing me some of this headache. I can't get this thing off for the life of me. So now, so let me show you. Just trying to take this hose off right here. So once I get that off, that's the only thing holding this thing on, and then I'll be able to pull this all out. So stay tuned. Grab a cup of coffee. Dang, man. I might have to leave this clipped on. I might have to. Let's see. Let's take a second to clean this off, clear my mind. clear my mind for a moment. Take a little second to myself, all right? So I can let this do its thing. Sometimes when you take a break and you come back to something, even if it's just a short time, it's like the, you know, the disassembly gods show favor. So what I'm going to do is just take a second just to clean up some of this. Try to figure out exactly. Oh, you know what's really funny? I was just also trying to get to these fog lights so I could clean up the lenses. I might still be able to do that today. What if I hit this with a little bit of heat? I wonder if that would help. Oh, my light die? I did. Let's see. I mean, I can try a little bit of heat, just a little bit, just to warm it up. I can remember where I put my torch. Don't need much. Oh, man. It's really on there. It's really, really on there. But you don't want that little bit of heat on the hose. Made a difference. Oh, yeah. Sure enough, like I said, this for sure is going to leak. Need something to plug this with. Oh no, I am ill prepared. Need something to plug this with. Okay, I got it. At least with this glove for now. Let's get a towel so we can clamp our tools. definitely don't want to leave them wet and dirty. I need to get some floor dry and stop putting my teeth on. Alright, out of the way. Alright, so this is free. I can move this out of the way. Alright, let's clean up all this washer fluid. I'm still hitting this thing. I just need to take it out of my pocket. Alright, so a couple things. I need to see if I can locate the center pin that dropped out of that clip for the top part. So let's take a look at that first. See if that fell to the floor. Which doesn't look like it. So it fell through here. Probably fell onto this. I thought I had another flashlight, but I guess I was mistaken. Unless it's hiding somewhere. This one should be fine. Okay. I don't see it. I don't know where it went unless it's down in here. It fell down into I don't really have a lot of room here. So let's turn this off. Alright. Got ourselves a little bit of a mess to clean up. But if you see, well, what I thought I was going to be able to have access to, I guess I'm not. Radiator's still in the way, but I can at least get a lot of this cleaned up. So, this also gives me a better look at the radiator, which isn't too bad. I mean, I see some pretty heavy nicks and stuff in it, but overall it doesn't look too bad. But my main concern is just getting this bumper all cleaned up. So I've got some APC. I'll get you all set up over here. So let's see if we can't get this all cleaned up. All right. So the first thing I want to do is obviously clean up what's most visible. So these parts where the body meets up, get those all nice and cleaned up. I got to make sure I do the same on the car. So that's good. Also going to take this opportunity to pop these out so that I can, which you might not be able to see what I'm talking about, but these little side marker lights here. There's one here, there's one over here, and this one actually does this all the time. It just kind of pops out on its own. So I'm going to need my little screwdriver again. Let's clean up our tools. So I can pop this light out, and I can clean up all around this too. So I found that if you wedge in your screwdriver into these connectors. You just kind of wiggle it slowly but surely. It'll work its way out. You know, you're less likely to break them. At least what I've found. Now keep in mind this car's 18 years old, so we want to be careful with these plastics because they're not going to last forever. Okay, getting this side worked loose. Let's try the same over here. Not that you all can see what I'm doing, but I'll be able to show you better once I can get it loose. There we go. Okay. So this bad boy's out. Pull this connector through. Make sure these are all cleaned up. So I've got this out. I can clean this up. Bulbs are still good, so I don't have to worry about that. Let's grab the same set of tools so I can work on this one. And I'll tell you what. Running out of room here. Alright, so I'll show you on this one. I'll work on this one here. Oops, not what I want to do. Don't touch, don't touch. That one was much easier. Now the thing I'm kind of unsure about is how I pop this light out. I guess the plastic can come out. Take this whole piece out here. Let's see, how in the world do I pop this out? So this was in there like this. They like kind of screw you on this. Just have to take all this plastic out and pop it back in, which that's okay. There we go. I get access to that enough to, I think, be able to pop this out. There we go. All right, now how is this held in there? Oh, there we go. All right, cool. So I got these out. Get these cleaned up. Get these plastics cleaned up. So I'll start with this side. I can pop this back in. Oh, I should clean behind it first. Get this all nice and looking good. This will also be a good time if you wanted to, say, soak this in some petroleum or like a plastic restorer. You just sit and soak this in there and bring it back. I've been using it back to black by Mother's. It's not too bad, but it does the trick. You really got to layer it on and do it, let it soak in for a while before it really starts to take effect. But it's I guess it's an acceptable restorer, but I don't know. I see people online use some of this stuff and I'm like, what kind of plastics do they have? How are they getting such good results? Now, I'm not too overly concerned about perfection here, mainly because I'm going to do some paint correction in the spring. But for now, really, I just want to get all this cleaned up because I had a lot of, I had a lot of like old wax buildup and all kinds of stuff in these cracks and crevices, and this will give me the opportunity to clean this up. So you can see, like, this looks good now. Nice and clean, huh? This is all getting better, looking better. I do want to take this opportunity maybe and pop this out, but maybe I won't do that today, just because I don't know that I have enough time for that. But for now, we can get this all cleaned up. These are all held in by just these little clips. I just press one down individually and kind of use a screwdriver to push it through so that it's just past the little notch, and then you should be able to pop them out. And I'm not sure exactly what a better way is to release these side lights, these markers here, but that seems to be a sufficient enough way. Let's pop that plastic. It's also a good time to use some electronics cleaner, and you can fire it off in these connectors here and make sure those are all nice and clean. Same on the other end. And then if you're so inclined, you can use dielectric grease to make sure that they stay waterproof. I'm not too overly concerned about this because I don't see any parts where it seems like it's gotten wet, although now that I say that, we got a little bit of corrosion in there. So I have to clean that up before I plug that back in. Which for that I'll just use a brass brush probably. Let's see. I think I have one right here. Yeah, just a little brass brush to kind of work it off. Let's get some contact cleaner. I think I got the CRC QD electronic cleaner. I believe I got this at Harbor Freight. It was probably one of the cheaper places to pick this stuff up. So let's get this cleaned up. Also, which I conveniently have right here, is you can take a little emery board, which I'm not going to be able to fit in there. So let's do, I got a small piece of sandpaper somewhere. That's 60, that's a bit much. This might work. This is from a headlight cleaning kit. We don't want to just, here's what we'll do. We're going to take this, kind of wrap it around the screwdriver a little bit so I got some leverage. Put this up. Kind of fold this over it. And we're just going to kind of slowly hit it with the sandpaper just to clean up those contact points. It's not perfect. I'm not sure. Let me see if you can even see this. So it's not perfect, but it's better. It's cleaner. So now, let's look at the connector. That one's okay. I'll have to check the other one, make sure that one's clean. Alright. So we got that out. I am going to take this opportunity to pull these pull the fog lights. As soon as I can figure out what I do with my 10 mil stuff. Not in there, not up there, not right there. Where did I put it? It's always fun losing tools. Losing tools is always fun. Put it back where it goes, because why would I ever do that? Oh, you know it's a really good place to check? Really, really good place? Here's your pockets. Pockets are a good place to check. Alright, so let's get these bad boys out of here. And these are just two 10 mils. Yeah, two 10 millimeters. Should be all you need. Pop these bad boys out. Not sure how this harness is attached, but we've got another, which let me bring you in this time so you can see it. Got another clip, or another electrical connector here. This is for the Make sure it's in frame. I'll just take one of these little flat tips here, and we're gonna work it in this hole and just kind of go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You'll hear the plastic kind of pop loose, and then you should be able to work this out. Be really gentle when you're working this, because you don't want to break these. It'd be such a pain to get them replaced. That looks like it's free now. Hopefully. Is there any more? Oh. How is this held in there? What is this? Let's flip this up. Put it right on the bumper. We can have, and I give myself zero room in here. Zero room. That's okay though. All right. Let's see if we can figure out how they did this. Or at least how am I supposed to get this out? Oh. Getting it? Feel like I am. This is interesting because I feel like there might be an easier way to do this, but oh. I feel like I'm so close. How's this? How in the world? Why are you doing this to me? What in the world? I'm not sure what to do to get this out. I feel like I need to take out this lower grill, a little bit at least. But it's stuck. It's stuck. Which one just popped in? I really don't know why this one side won't come out. I'm not sure what's holding it in at this point. What is holding on to it? What is it? Whatever could it be? Didn't think it was going to be this hard to get this out. And you know what? I'll probably get it out, but I'll never be able to get back in. So at this point, I just got to cut my losses and just figure out a better way, I guess. Because, geez, oh Pete's. Is that ever difficult? Alright, so abandoning that. Let's finish cleaning this up. Like I said, I just wanted to really get the wax lines, and I was hoping to be able to have a little bit more access back here, to be able to clean up. A little bit more, but that's okay. Get all this nice and sparkly. Didn't realize I didn't have any of this in frame. Sorry about that. I'm just cleaning up this bumper and the spots that were covered up by the top here. I really want to know what happened to the plastic clip that I dropped when I was working on taking these out up here. I have no idea where it went. So let me look for that a little bit more while I'm here. Let's see. Oh, all right. Oh, there it is. It has been found. There we go. Let me put this with the other one. And I was really hoping I could find, I dropped one of my screws for the air box a long time ago. And I was hoping that it would end up in this tray, but not so much, not so much. I know this is kind of silly to be cleaning this up, but I'm gonna be honest with you. The more times I can touch my car without getting dirty, or at least filthy, I should say. Dirty is expected, filthy is unnecessary. If you have a chance to clean it, you know? Why not? What's it gonna hurt? Just less room to run into problems in the future with, you know, stumbling across rust or corrosion because you didn't see it. Not to mention, why wouldn't you want to clean up? Why wouldn't you want to clean it up? Make it look nice, right? And that's what's important to me. This thing's looking nice, functioning great. Wish I could have figured out that thing, but you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch a video and somebody's going to pop that damn fog light out in 2 seconds. And I'm going to be like, you know, right? But that's okay. That's okay. Alright. So I'm sure my head was in the way for most of that. Let's get some light on here so you can see. Yeah, looking much better. Do a comparison over here. See, that's what I look like. This is what it's going to be like before. If I get all this cleaned up, all these cracks and crevices that have been driving me crazy, get them all looking nice and clean, we'll be good, right? So let's go over to the other side, work on that. Probably about time for a new rag here in a minute. For something like this where I'm just cleaning up dirty body parts that aren't painted, I'm not as overly concerned about, you know, obviously I'm not going to scratch any paint or anything because there isn't any paint. And definitely need to make sure that we don't spray any cleaner into that connector. So I'm going to go through and make sure I hit that with contact cleaner so that I don't run the risk of having any moisture in there. And this APC that I'm using is Optimum Power Clean. The bottle itself is probably 10 years old. I've had it for a long time, and it's still doing its deal. Still able to clean really well, which is nice. I did find some Chemical Guys Reaper Cleaner, which I've had for also a long time. I don't even know if they still make that, but that stuff was probably some of the strongest APC I've used. Definitely good stuff. Okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do is wash, rinse, and repeat for the rest of this, and then I'm going to really just end up putting this back on. So I'm going to reconnect everything, put everything back on. I'm going to pull the fuse so that these sprayers don't do anything anymore. And I think that should be it. I think I'll be all set. But yeah, if you wanted to know how to remove the bumper, hopefully this helped. I am going to definitely look into the fog lights, and I'll give you guys an update for that. Yeah. I really hope you guys found this video helpful. This is just one more step closer to getting things fully cleaned up. Next on my list will be identifying and getting rid of any and all rust. That might have to wait till spring only because it's been so cold. But yeah. I hope everybody enjoyed. Hope everybody had a good time hanging out with me at Sea Ray's Garage today. Yeah, have a good one. Take care.